All right, let's practice graphing some of these. So our step one was to solve for y. That's already been done for us here. Step two is to choose some x values. That's also been done in this case. So we've been given three x values. Now the third step, let me make sure I'm following my steps correctly. My third step is to figure out y. So we're going to substitute our x values in and solve for y. So we have y equals x minus 1. So when x is 1, we get 1 minus 1, which is 0. When x is 0, we're going to sub a 0 in for x, and we get negative 1. And when x is negative 1, we get negative 1 minus 1, which gives us negative 2. Okay, so we have 3 points here, and now we're able to graph this thing. So when x is 1, y is 0, gives us a point right here. When x is 0, y is negative 1. And when x is negative 1, y is 2. So that gives us 3 points, and luckily for us, they all line up in a straight line, which is a good sign. All right, now it's a bit hard for me on the tablet sometimes to draw a straight line correctly because the tablet likes to try to correct me. So let me see if I can do it. Well, that'll have to do. So I do encourage you to use your ruler when you're doing these in your notes because they should be very precise. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. Sorry about that. But it is hard on this. Okay, next one. So this time we have already had, it's been solved for y, but we get to choose our x values. So you can choose anything. I often recommend x equals 0 as one of them because that tends to be a pretty easy one. And then I'm going to do negative 1 and positive 1 too. So our equation tells us y equals negative 2x plus 3. So let's substitute in our first x value of negative 1. So we'll have negative 2 times negative 1 plus 3. That gives us positive 2 plus 3. So we get 5. On that next one, we'll have negative 2 times 0 plus 3, which gives us 0 plus 3. So we get positive 3. And when x equals 1, we get negative 2 times 1 plus 3, which is negative 2 plus 3. So we get positive 1. So now we have our 3 points. So when x is negative 1, y is 5. When x is 0, y is 3. And when x is 1, y is 1. And you might be thinking, well, I could have actually done that with just 2 points and drawn my straight line. You would be correct. But having 3 points just kind of gives us a nice double check. Okay, let's see how I do. It won't auto-correct it for me. Sometimes they'll give me a straight line. Okay, but like I said, please do use your rulers to do a straighter line than I did there, but connect your 3 points together for your straight line. Okay, last one here before we get into the vertical and horizontal lines. So this time we do have to do step 1. We have to solve for x. Sorry, for y. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And that gives me y equals negative 3x plus 6. Okay, so now step 2, I need to choose some x values. So I'm going to once again do negative 1, 0, and 1. Those tend to be easy ones. And let's substitute those in for x. So we'll have negative 3 times negative 1 plus 6 gives us positive 3 plus 6, so I get 9. And the second one, if x is 0, I've got negative 3 times 0 plus 6, which is just 0 plus 6, or 6. And when x is 1, I'll have negative 3 times 1 plus 6, which is negative 3 plus 6, which gives me positive 3. Okay, so let's plot those. So when x is negative 1, y is 9. Uh-oh, I didn't pick a very good value there. It's off the graph somewhere up here. When x is 0, y is 6. And when x is 1, y is 3. So let's pick another one. So I'm going to do when x is 2. And I will get, so I'll have negative 3 times 2 plus 6, which is negative 6 plus 6. So I get an answer of 0. So when x is 2, y is 0, gives me a third point there. So sometimes you have to shuffle one way or the other. if you find you've gone off your grid like that. And then you can draw your straight line with the arrows in either direction. Okay, these last ones are kind of the weirdo ones where we have vertical or horizontal lines and therefore only one variable. So this first one tells us y equals -5. So no matter what our x value is, our y value is always -5. And so that gives us this horizontal line right here. Okay, and then this next one, if we solve for y by adding 3 to both sides, we get y equals +3. And so we are going to have a horizontal line at y equals 3. All right. Now we're asked to graph x equals -1. So no matter what our y value is, our x value is always -1, which is going to give us this vertical line at x equals -1. And last one, if I add 4 to both sides, I get x equals 4. And so I get a line right here.